Hello, the journey to the world of wonder. Innovations are here, where creative imagination becomes reality in a new era of civilization. Greetings on behalf of the CyberPast team. Created with an ideology rooted in deep future visions, CyberPast is the latest venture built at the crossroads of modern civilization, a global innovation project shaped by our own creative ideas. It unites AI, Web3, and NFTs to create a new era of digital civilization. I am MIKHEIL GULITASHVILI, founder of CyberPast, creator, inventor of ideas, and innovator, where inventions turn into creative concepts and ideas become the foundation for building a new civilization. Today, I want to share our vision, how we are building the world's first unique project where AI, blockchain, the integration of fast quantum computing systems, and NFTs merge into one living ecosystem. We are building a platform that is not only part of the Web3 industry, but also the foundation of the future digital world. Now, I will tell you about the NFT business industry and, of course, about us within the framework of the CyberPast project. We are interested in the NFT business industry in the direction of the high-tech digital sphere. Here, NFTs are not limited only to art or artwork. They touch many fields: collectors, enthusiasts, musicians, artists, actors, athletes, and creators of all kinds. This industry does not stop here. It is already fascinating to millions, yet its potential is much greater. In America, almost 60% of the world's NFT and Web3 globalization is happening and expanding, while the remaining 40% is spread across the globe. This shows how heavy and important the NFT industry has become in the modern digital economy. And we at CyberPast want to be 100% involved at the highest level. Our vision goes further. We want to integrate artificial intelligence into NFTs, powered by our own ideas and creativity. Yes, everyone starts with art and NFT sales, but for us, selling NFTs is not only about art. It is about showing the public and the precise target audience who we are behind the project, what team we have, what our mission is, and what future we plan to build if we receive the right support. In other words, the NFT industry is not only about sales, it is about creating a new digital civilization. And this is what CyberPast is here to do. NFT business is a high-tech modern business. NFT, non-fungible token, an irreplaceable token, a digital asset on the blockchain, a blockchain-based crypto asset, which has no analog and is unique in the entire world. Its meaning and essence are simple. The created product will be the only one of its kind, irreplaceable, unique, and unrepeatable. Unlike cryptocurrencies, where, for example, Bitcoin can be exchanged for another Bitcoin, or for Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ripple, and so on, and even one Bitcoin can be exchanged for another Bitcoin. In the NFT business, this will never happen. One NFT artwork will never be exchanged for another NFT artwork. That is why it is one and only, unparalleled, and unique in the whole world. Clarifying the long-term value of NFTs. NFTs are not only about digital art. They're the foundation of future digital ownership. They represent verifiable identity, access, assets, and rights across countless industries. Web3/NFT/defy modern high-tech directions, as well as other blockchain systems, finance, and even reliable, transparent, and fast taxation models. Almost everything that exists on our planet. Among them, music, gaming, sports, education, metaverse economies, tokenomics, airdrops, crypto, virtual, real business integration, Decentraland, Sandbox, and many more. At CyberPast, we do not see NFTs as a passing trend, but as a permanent infrastructure for the global digital economy. This is why our project is designed for continuous growth, innovation, and long-term impact. With our innovations and creative ideas leading the way. Now, I will tell you about the NFT business industry, and of course about us, within the framework of our unique and unparalleled CyberPast project. We are interested in the NFT business industry in the direction of the high-tech digital sphere. Here it is meant not only art and artwork, not only in one direction. This includes collectors, enthusiasts, musicians, various artists, actors, athletes, and so on. Creativity. And it does not stop here, even though this topic is already very interesting and everyone is fascinated by it. As we already mentioned above, in America, 60% of the world's globalization in this industry is happening there and continues to expand. It is growing there, while the remaining 40% is spreading and gradually developing across the rest of the world. We are talking about the modern, all-encompassing digital business, where this high-tech industry carries enormous global weight, and we want to be 100% involved in it across the entire virtual, real direction. Truly, our goal is to integrate artificial intelligence with our own ideas and our own innovations. Yes, that is correct. But before we reach that level of progress and success, everyone begins with art. That is, with the selling of NFTs, including even the secondary reselling of NFTs. Step by step, together with innovation, they grow and develop rapidly. And in this regard, CyberPast has many innovations, diverse and multi-channel developments, which we plan to implement in the near future and continuously expand in the long-term perspective constantly. But in order for us to sell NFTs to the public, to the wide society, and to the precise target audience, it must be clear who we are behind the project, what team we have, what we're doing, what we are serving, what is our goal, what we plan to do if we receive support, and what kind of development we intend to pursue. In other words, what we want to achieve with our project and what we aim to create in this field called Web3 in the NFT industry. Here, the integration of virtual and real business is happening in many sectors. Among them is the integration of DeFi, the metaverse, blockchain systems, and of course the integration of smart contracts, which makes the project transparent and raises absolute trust. And there are many such directions that generate revenues in multiple ways. And as for us, as creative people, as idea generators, we are those who personally invent. I am personally a creator, innovator, and creative person. Together with my contemporary world-class artists, we are creating together, shaping a distinguished ideology worldwide. We think about what kind of deserving personalities would be created, or how we would create with deep future visions and with the power of our imagination, also uniting different nations' cultures and their cultural heritage. We want to present our art on this level and give it an absolutely new form, a new ideology. We called it past in the future and future in the past. This is how it is translated, and we purposefully chose this name for our company. We are also building a very large-scale project, which in the form of ideas to be developed later, will be absolutely huge innovations. As I mentioned earlier, both in the direction of artificial intelligence and in the development of various ideas. This represents a very large, global, massive project which is of world level. We even already have some recognition that CyberPast and its team have very high potential on the world stage, on the global arena. And from Georgia, this is a unique potential we possess. We have spent years on this, and we're building such a project that cannot be born in 1 or 2 days, nor in a month or a year. This is very deep work. How can I explain it to you? Overall, from my own ideas, I have been creating scenarios in the online space, interested in high-income projects, and I have been generating my own projects. In reality, projects like CyberPast are not born overnight, nor do they develop in a single day. Creating anything truly important requires time, experience, and deep knowledge. In my case, it is the evolution of visionary projects spanning more than a decade, united by deep thinking and large-scale initiatives built on accumulated knowledge. From the early concepts of 3D digital worlds, 1995 to 2025, to today's Web3 and AI-powered civilization and beyond, we are unstoppable and born for continuous development. Back in 2010, I had already patented a very massive and global project, but at that time there was no NFT, and even the crypto world was just standing on its feet. Bitcoin did not even have such value back then. So, yes, I have very large projects, but unfortunately, since I was born in Georgia and not in America or another developed country, I could not find development and support. Even on the state level, nobody looked at me seriously. They told me, such projects do not need to be made in Georgia. There are already some 1 or 2 similar projects elsewhere, so there's no need for this to be done from Georgia. This was the answer from a minister back in Saakashvili's time, and so the door of the government was closed for us. So, I have never had support from my homeland or the state. Still, I'm trying not to lose this potential, not to waste this creativity. If someone has achieved something in this industry, we also truly have high potential. Call it our determination, our charisma, our motivation. This is what lifts us to the level of a calling to high inspiration. We have very big dreams, but not only dreams, we are already creating all this. What is needed is for the precise target audience to know all this and to support us. The question now is, with what kind of content should we do this? This is already a matter of pure marketing. And, of course, specialists in marketing understand this. This is where I need help. Not just a little help, but real help. Because today, marketing sells the business, not the diamond itself, no matter how precious it may be, no matter how serious the project is. If there is no marketing, it is very difficult. Marketing itself is not easy. It is a luxury, but at the same time the root for success in big projects like this. This is how the world works. Everything happens in this way. Why now? Because the convergence of AI, Web3, NFTs, and quantum technology is not just innovation. It is the birth of a new civilization. If we miss this moment, it will never come back in the same way. Why us? Because I, as a founder from Georgia, without state support, without Silicon Valley behind me, have carried this vision for more than a decade. I turned rejection into resilience. I turned limitation into creativity. And today, CyberPast stands as proof that true innovation can rise from anywhere and still shake the entire global stage. What impact? CyberPast is not just a startup. It is an ideology, a movement, a new digital civilization. We are here to unite creators, cultures, and communities across the globe, and to give them the tools to shape the future. I think, maybe not exhaustively, but at least as a first introduction, I have explained to you, as the founder, what our project is about, a global project, and I have delivered it well. If you join us, you're not only helping to fund or secure a grant for a project. With CyberPast, you are helping to build history, leaving a lasting legacy for generations to come. I wish you great success from the heart in your endeavor, and I also wish the same for myself. Thank you for your attention and for listening.